than 2 hours of discussion between President Biden and President Xi Jinping. They discussed a whole range of issues, from trade, security issues, Taiwan. They also talked about Ukraine and the pandemic as well. The Chinese news agency Xinhua described the discussion as a, quote, candid communication and exchange. What is your assessment of these discussions?
First of all, it is a very good development that the two heads of states of China and the United States did have a long virtual meeting. It's reassuring to a large extent. Secondly, if you read very carefully what the Chinese government had announced, they actually very much focused on the discussion on the Taiwan issue and reiterated what President Xi Jinping told President Biden about China's fundamental position about this one China policy, and warned the United States again not to play with fire, otherwise it will perish with fire. Now, this is a very stern message to the United States. China had already announced that such warning from China should not be disregarded, and they reminded what happened in Korea back in 1950 when China warned again and again against the U.S. Moving beyond the 38th parallel in Korea, and eventually the United States disregarded the warning and marched not only beyond the 38th parallel, but all the way to the Yalu River, the China-Korean border. And that triggered the massive amount of Chinese people's volunteers moving into Korea and eventually fought against the U.S. troops and its allies. Now, this is a very dangerous moment. And I think the fact that China focused very much on the Taiwan situation again revealed the danger and the depth of the crisis involving the so-called visit by Pelosi to Taiwan, because this really encroached upon the fundamental interest of China involving its sovereignty over Taiwan. And if the United States really choose to disregard the stern warning again and try to violate the one China policy, then the United States will need to face the consequences. So I think China is very serious about it, and the meeting, long as it is, focused on the Taiwan issue. And it is regrettable to some extent because at the moment, there are so many other things that China and the United States could talk about for the benefit not only of the Chinese people, but also the American people and the world at large. But now they are very much focused on this Taiwan issue caused by the proposed visit by Nancy Pelosi to Taiwan.